Howdy gang, this is the Roaming Prepper. I've had some questions come up from some folks, especially newer preppers, because I keep mentioning, use the food saver to save your meat, and they're wondering, well, what the hell are you talking about? Well, long story short, I started using a food saver to preserve my meat. I had gotten away from the open top freezers because what would happen is these guys would very quickly become a bottomless pit. It becomes an abyss, right? And then you go in there and you just put stuff in there and you try to stack it, but it doesn't stack right. And the next thing you know, when you move or you get rid of the freezer, you find frozen, frosted over crap from like 5 years ago that is nowhere near edible. So instead, using a food saver bag, what you wind up doing is you can preserve all sorts of stuff. This is just an example, like some leftover broccoli. And you can mark it with the date and time and what's in it in case, I mean, that's pretty obviously broccoli, but in case it's one of those items you're not sure if it's pork or chicken, you write it on. Hence why I love Sharpies, and you'll see the Sharpies show up in a lot of my YouTube videos. But organizing your freezer is super important. The freezers don't take a lot of juice. So if you have a small generator, even some of the bigger solar generators, they're not hard to use. Freezer is more efficient the more full it is because it has less air to cool. It's cooling solid objects. And remember, temperature travels faster through solid objects than through air, right? That's physics. But in any case, you want to take a look in here and you can see that our freezer's fully organized. And if my wife or I decide I'm going to do chicken, it doesn't take me very long to find the chicken. I organized it in such a way that I can actually pull out different types of meats in an organized fashion without a bunch of chaos. So guys, take advantage of this type of freezer. Its footprint is very small. It's not very tall. I could get a big one if I wanted to, but you can stack a pile of meat, especially if you organize it, vacuum seal it, and stack it in containers inside the freezer. Now, I have a really great video on YouTube as to how I organize mine. A lot of people liked it. I'm going to put a link in the comments below. If this video happens to wind up on YouTube, just search my channel. It is under the Roaming Prepper. But guys, take advantage of this. These freezers, I'm finding them everywhere. I couldn't find them at the beginning of the Rona. I'm finding them everywhere now. And I mean, I don't need more, but if you're looking for them, they're out there. Get them now before something else happens. At the very least, you'll be eating economically at home. Take care. God bless. Godspeed.